Good morning, everybody. I'm out for a little walk before I get into the study. I was taking that antibiotic for the possible exposure to meningitis, so it made me tired and sleepy all day. So I have to get out now and get my routine going again. I seem to be over it completely as far as needing the antibiotic. I'm past the time frame, so. And I go back to work on Monday, working Monday and Wednesday. And Monday's my birthday, so I'm working on my birthday. They owe me. All right, we're going to jump back into Revelation. I kind of want to hit that every so often just to make sure that everybody's up to speed on it. There's so many old teachings that are wrong, and I got to make sure I'm constantly hitting it with what I believe to be the correct interpretation. I'm walking up to the front gate of this park. The guy there's got a trailer there. He doesn't live here, but he stays there occasionally. Sounds like I got a car coming, so I'm going to step aside here and let them come through. I'll get back at you. I'm back. I like to chat with everybody I can. You never know where the Lord's going to let you dish out the gospel. So you got to make all these connections so that later when you see them, they'll remember you. All right, so when we get back into the book of Revelation, I'm actually going to read from it, but I'm going to talk about it just for a brief moment. In the first verse, most interpretations show it as something that's soon to be. The word in Greek is translated as soon. But if you think about it, it's been 2,000 years. Does that seem to be soon to you? The proper interpretation, I believe, is the word will quickly happen. These things that will quickly happen. See, here's our gate. There's a keypad to get in and out. So at night, it's supposed to be locked. So when we look at the book of Revelation, we're seeing things that are supposed to happen potentially quickly. Not everything is quick, but we know, for instance, the seals happen, and it's not linear. You don't have the seals followed by the trumpets, followed by the abomination, followed by the wrath of God, the bowls. Now, the seals start in the beginning sometime. We don't know exactly when. And the trumpets can overlap. Now, the seals go all the way to the end, but the big stuff is up front. And they can happen boom, 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 boom. So that's what we're going to talk about. In the beginning, we're going to look at some of the letters. And then we're going to move over to chapter 4 and get into this. So see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. My walk was this morning, but I'll put it on the front of this, get this started. But I'm actually filming in the evening, I guess. It's about 7 o'clock. The sun's going down over there. You can see the shadows. It was a busy day at the park. Bring your family out. Everybody else did. It was very noisy. The two campsites next to me had, I think, a total of 6 or 7 kids. There's 2 or 3 more over here. They were out swimming in the lake, playing and having fun. Get out and enjoy while you can. Eventually, they're going to stop all this. And we're still going to be here. The rapture's out there, but it's not till the end where we can't do any more. So I'm going to get back into Revelation. I'm going to be reading from my online Bible. I use a program called eSword. I've got 1, 2, 3 and a half, 4, 4.5, 5, 6 different versions on here. When I say and a half, one of them's straight verse, the other one's with all the lookups. Makes it hard to read when you got to go through each word. But so you got it just the normal, and then you get the lookups. And so one of the things that we're going to look at today in Revelation chapter 1, verse 1, we're going to look at one of the words. So, Revelation 1:1, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show unto his servants, even the things which must, now here's the word, shortly come to pass, and be sent and signified by his angel unto the servant John. Okay, so that's the whole crux of the thing. Jesus is narrating, but it's going through an angel to John. Okay, so it's coming from the horse's mouth, but it's going around and around and coming out with John. Even the things which must shortly come to pass. That little bit of translation is perhaps wrong, because here he's writing this, the temple is already destroyed. This is maybe 90 AD. Must shortly come to pass. The people were thinking that everything in Revelation was coming shortly. No, that's not what the Greek said. What we should be looking at is the proper wording that says that these things will come quickly. Not shortly, quickly. Meaning that when we start reading about the things happening, they're going to happen quickly. When we read about the seals, the vision of the seals, that's self-contained. Just take it out of the book of Revelation and set it off to the side, read it, and don't connect it to anything else that's there. It happens and it covers pretty much the whole 70th week. Because if you read Seal 7, which is in the chapter 8, verse 1, they didn't put the bookmark in right. But they're looking at people who made it through the tribulation. Okay, so that happens over a wide period of time. But the events will happen quickly. And if you overlay the trumpets over the top of it, another separate vision, pull it out, set it aside, look at it, and don't connect it. Lay it over the top. We're going to have seal and trumpet just like that. It's going to happen fast. Some of the stuff, there's going to be some gaps, yes. There's no timing for everything that's happening. It's not necessary. One, we won't be here, and two, don't want to get into the gory details because that's kind of what it is. A lot of death. Okay, we got someone coming in behind me. I'm just going to keep reading and see if they're go right on by. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Good. It's not the ranger. Okay. Given everything to his servant John, who bear witness of the word of God and of the testimony of Jesus Christ, even of all these things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, that's us, and they that hear the words of the prophecy, and keep the things that are written therein. It's getting noisy, but these aren't kids. These are tree frogs. They're up in the trees above me. Okay, so you get a blessing just for hearing this or for reading it when you decide to read it. Coming up, we got the letters to the 7 churches, which are located in western Turkey right now. All 7 are there. Off the coast of there is the island of Patmos. Okay, so it's a very familiar area to John. He knows that. He's worked it. These missionaries that went out have certain areas. We see Paul's areas where he worked, and he worked a lot around Rome and Antioch and up in that area. John worked this. So we're going to skip ahead to chapter 4. After these things, talking about the letters and things that have happened, after these things I saw, and behold, a door opened in heaven. And the first voice I heard, a voice as of a trumpet speaking to me. Maybe one day we'll get to hear what these things sound like. A trumpet has a pretty good range. The main thing is it's loud. Saying, come up hither, and I will show you the things which must come to pass hereafter. So we're going to start getting some of these visions. We still have fishermen out fishing. I don't know if they're catching anything. I haven't seen anybody catch. Now the kids were having fun playing in the water. The water is only like 2 feet deep, going way out there. So they were out splashing around. One guy was with a net trying to catch the fish up here close to the shore, like I've showed you pictures. I don't know if he ever caught any. He scared them all. Okay, so straightway I was in the Spirit, and behold, there was a throne set in heaven, and one sitting on the throne. He's getting a chance to see what we're going to eventually see. John's already seen it. And he sat, and he that sat was to look upon like jasper stone and sardis, sort of green and red, purple and red. And there it depends on the jasper. And there was a rainbow round like the throne, like an emerald to look at. That's definitely green. And round about the throne were 24 thrones, and upon the thrones I saw 24 elders. 24 elders, we know about that. Sitting arrayed in white garments, and on their heads crowns of gold. Authority. He's surrounding himself with his people, his authority. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings and voices and thunders. And there were 7 lamp fires burning before the throne. These are the 7 spirits of God. We can cover that in a different video, but basically he's got 7 natures to him. So they're all good, but you can these are things that you can tap into. And before the throne, as it were, a sea of glass, like unto crystal. And in the midst of the throne, and around and about the throne, 4 living creatures, full of eyes before and behind. I don't know what these are. Nobody does, but they're something that can see, working for God. See in front and back, all around. We know God's omnipresent, but his people set up there can also help in that. And the first creature was like a lion, the second creature like a calf, the third creature had the face of a man, and the fourth creature like the face of an eagle. They're looking over the world. 4 creatures. First creature, a lion, Matthew, giving us a point of view of a lion from the tribe of Judah. The second creature was like a calf, nature, Mark. Another point of view. That's why we have 4 Gospels, because God is multifaceted. The third creature like the face of a man, Luke, the physician. So we get it from man's point of view. And the fourth creature was like the flying eagle. An eagle is a spirit-type creature we associate with God. John doesn't follow the pattern of the other 3 Gospels. He gives us a view of what God is like on earth and in heaven. And we're getting a view now of heaven because John's connection. It helps to know the big guy. Okay, and the 4 living creatures, having each one of them 6 wings, are full of eyes around and about within, And they have no rest day and night, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God, the Almighty, who is, who was, and who is to come. The beginning and the ending, the Alpha and the Omega. We already know about God in that way. And when the living creatures when the living creatures shall give glory and honor and thanks to him that sitteth on the throne, to him that liveth forever and ever. This is kind of his benediction, or things are not getting bad yet. He's kind of given us a view. The letters are sort of constructive criticism. We have the introduction, the letters, and this little view of heaven. You get a view of Jesus as well, which we didn't look at, but it's in there. We're getting some of the good stuff before it gets bad. Okay? Worthy art thou, O Lord, to receive the glory and the honor and the power. For thou didst create all things, and because of thy will they were created. So again, pointing out who God is. Let's see who this is going by. Don't know that van. It's a weekend. People come in. Everybody knows you can fish here. There's still one boat out on the lake I'm looking at over there. I think I'm going to tap onto the end of this a little bit of footage from this morning. It was still dark. I just filmed it in my tent. I was up, but I turned the lights off and just let you hear the nature sounds. Okay, we're going to quickly read 5, and then I'm going to break there, and then we're going to start off in 6 when I come back on the next set. And I saw on the right hand of him who sat on the throne a book written within and on the back, closed, sealed with 7 seals. Okay, you know where we're going with this. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a great voice, Who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals therein? Now they're going to kind of do some theatrical stuff here. No one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the book and to look therein. And John says, and I wept much because no one was found worthy to open the book. We know who could, but they're kind of just taking some theatrical liberties here. And one of the elders said to me, Weep not, behold, the Lion which is of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has overcome to open the book and the 7 seals. So Jesus is going to be the one who starts all this by opening the book. The book which, by the way, was already written. You notice that? And I saw in the midst of the throne and of the 4 living creatures, in the midst of the elders, a lamb standing, as though it had been slain. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. Having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are 7 spirits of God, sent forth into all the earth. I guess they're done with dinner. They're going to go down and sit by the lake. Got their folding chairs down there. Come on out, people. I'm not telling you where I'm at. You find your own place. And you may find this one. Get on out and enjoy it. Oh, and let's see. And when he had taken the book, the 4 living creatures of the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having each one a harp, golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. You think your prayers aren't heard? They go up there. They all listen to them. And they sing a new song, saying, Worthy art thou to take the book and to open the seals therein. For thou wast slain and did purchase under God with thy blood men of every tribe, tongue, people, and nation. That combination basically means the world. Didn't want to leave anybody out. And madest them to be under God, the kingdom of priests, and they reign upon the earth. We're down here now reigning. I don't mean water. R-E-I-G-N. Reigning. That's what we're doing. We are doing down here what God would do down here if he were here. What Jesus would do down here if he were here. The captain sometimes is better off if he sits on the bridge and directs things from there. And we're getting our direction. And I saw and I heard a voice of many angels round about the throne and the living creatures and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands and thousands. Heaven's not empty, but it must be big, because we're all going up there. Saying with a great voice, worthy is the Lamb that has been slain to receive the power and the riches and the wisdom and the might and the honor and the glory and the blessing. See, he got everything. And we're connected, which means we have access to everything that has a godly purpose. And every created thing which is in heaven and on earth and under the earth and on the sea and all the things that are in them, heard I saying unto him that sitteth on the throne and unto the Lamb, be the blessing, the honor, the glory, and the dominion forever and ever. And the four living creatures said, Amen, and the elders fell down and worshipped. So again, we're getting kind of a picture of the pomp and circumstance that goes on in the throne room of heaven. Now when we start, I'm going to finish this here, and then tomorrow I'm going to work on the next couple of videos. I got to come up with a video that I would normally do on Monday, because I'm working Monday and I'm working Wednesday. Monday's my birthday, May 6th. I will be 70. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it. It's too much of me that's still the little kid running around trying to figure out where things are at. But we're all thought of as children to God. I can see why. So we're going to come back to Revelation 6. We're going to look at the 7 seals. We're going to see what's coming. We're not there yet. Since we all believe that the first writer is the Antichrist, that's our exit. I'm not even going to read the first verse. We don't get into this stuff until later, but that's okay. You guys have a great rest of the weekend. I guess you're going to probably see this tomorrow. So I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Go to church, say hello to everybody. Bless everybody there. Yeah, they're driving around in their little carts. These are professional campers. There's over there in that section are the big RVs, the Class A's, the buses, along with long trailers. Over in my section, we got short trailers. There's one pop-up trailer, my tent, and a couple of really short, like 10-foot length trailers. We're in the short section. We ride the short bus. All right. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless.